welcome along everybody. How are we doing this evening? I hope you're all doing well. I'm back. It's Wednesday. I hope you've all had a good start to the week. We've got a couple of things to cover, and I need to I need to get this up. We're going to pin this tonight. We're going to bring up this so that I can alter it and then post it everywhere. Because we're going to pin this because big news happened on Monday. Farm Sim is 20, Farming Simulator 25 is currently 20% off. So I'm going to pin this everywhere because that's huge. Because we've had people asking a lot in these streams recently that how can I get FS25? Can I use your partner code? So yeah, it is currently 20% off, and you can use my code, which is brilliant. Right, let's see who we have coming in here. Mark B747, welcome along. Phantom Bride 91, welcome along. Devil's Man 66, welcome along. Farmer Karen 13, welcome along. PD Turner, welcome along. Paul Sinclair, welcome along. Isaac Price, welcome along. Raftree Surgeons, welcome along. Craig Hughes, welcome along. John Granger, welcome along. Who else we got? Yeah, I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. Awesome. Oh, is the dual? No, I don't think that is working. Your dad is a big supporter of me. Fantastic. Who else we got? Hey, Craig Hughes. Craig Hughes, welcome along. I think I missed you out of that lot. So yeah, we're gonna do some farming. We're gonna be doing some more realism experiment tonight, and the mod hub actually has some fairly exciting things in it over the last couple of days. So we're gonna go and have a look at that as well. So we're gonna jump into it here. And yeah, there's a couple of things I think that are really useful on the realism experiment that have come out over the last couple of days. First is this cedar, if it only opens up, for 8,000 for a 4-meter cedar. I think we may have to pick this up, so we're going to install that. And to go with that, something else that turned up is this international cultivator. So I think we have to grab this as well. Cheers, Paul Sinclair. Hey, Thefisherj, welcome along. Right, so I'm going to pick this up as well. I think we might use these two pieces of kit today because we talked about last time needing to get something in the ground. So we're gonna try and get something in the ground today. We're gonna try to get some peas into the ground. The harvester is expensive, but I think peas is going to be a good way to go. There is raspberry production in here that looks quite cool, but I'm not gonna go with that. Otherwise, I don't think any of this is overly useful to us. So we're gonna go back, and we'll get into the game. Right, we need to grab our 2 new bits of kit. Where are we? Come on. Both of them should have been installed. There's the international chisel. Oh, there's already, we've already got an international chisel plow in here, or international cultivator in here. Where's the other? I'm hoping that's not a plow. The other was the cedar, the sulky master pack. There we go. Right. I am doing realistic series, yes, Raftree Surgeons. Exclamation mark realism if you want to check it out, what the rules are. Sure, John, ask away. You're a Webby's fan? Oh, thank you. Try to finish Grand Elevator Museum on Riverbend Springs before Highland comes out. Gonna refresh the Twitch. There we go. Vertical seems to be working fine. Horizontal is working fine. We'll see how we do for a midweek stream. It's taking its time. In Farming Simulator, is there tractors? I think so. Not sure though. That's my jumping. Just not been too bad this week. I'm only slightly behind in my hours. I think I'm like 30 minutes behind, so it's not too bad. I've only got a little bit to catch up tomorrow. So Hill, welcome along. Right, we need to move forward to the next day. We'll go to 6 a.m., which is what we've been doing because 3 hours does quite well in there. No tractors, you checked? Yeah. It's slightly disappointing in that there are no tractors in a farming game. Okay, we got anything on here? What have we got in the shop today? Oh, there is a sulky spreader in the shop. Oh, wow. Now that's, for 68,000, one of the, one of those tractors. That's a bit weird. Yeah, we've only got 28,000 in the bank and we can't afford that cedar. We can't afford that. What have we got in the way of spreaders? So that's the fertilizer spray we've got. It's only worth 4,000. So yeah, we're always busy. Everyone's always gonna have waste. Yeah. Hey Martin, thank you. Oh, I hope I wasn't too harsh. I hope I was fair, Martin. I do like the map. The map is really interesting. We were done with that. We don't have any contracts on at the moment. Let's have a look. What is there contract-wise? You can get my advice on something. Planting trees in the snow and FS, it makes can't wait for winter. We could get some money ourselves. 18 on a fertilizing contract and 34 on a fertilizing contract. We could knock them out fairly quickly. We don't have do we have our own weeder? I think that would take a while. Do that. Have I got, oh, I apparently have super strength on somehow. Turn that off. Or not. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna have to restart the game. That's annoying. Right, we'll save this. My mouse has become detached from the game. So I'm just gonna have to restart the game quickly. So it's very fair and constructive. Thank you. That's what I always aim to be. Double tap left alt. Okay. Oh, game hasn't saved the game. Thank you, Truckabatsy. It's being slow at the moment. Right, let's try them. Yeah, so double tap left alt. No, that's still. If I alt tab to something else. Yeah, no, it's lost its handle on it. Control Y. No, still lost it. Yeah, it's saved, so I'll just come out of the game and come back in. It doesn't even work if I just go out to the main screen. I have to come out the game completely and come back in. How are you doing, Truckabatsy? Hope you're doing well. Right, let's restart the game quickly. It's because I'm running in windowed mode, so it can lose the lock on the mouse, especially if I'm tabbing out to stuff. Homesick, but that's allowing me to work on the sweet corn harvest. Nice. I know it's bot perfect. Row through fresh edges here and there. I've seen worse on the mod. Oh yeah, absolutely. And there's nothing, as I said in my video, there's nothing in there that I thought was horrible or awful or anything like that. I have seen far worse, far worse on the mod hub, and had to say nice things about it. Yeah, no, I thought that the level of detail you put into it, Martin, was brilliant. As I was saying when I was driving around, so many map creators just put a hedge down the road and don't put any embellishments around it. I loved that you'd got lots of other bushes and things around the hedges and bits like that. That was really cool. I was contracting on Field 45 today on Saxthorpe and seeing cross-country walkers. Oh wow, nice. Hey Jürgen, welcome along. Right, we've got mouse again. Good. Right, I am going to then, I think we're gonna use up some fertilizer. I don't think we've got a lot of fertilizer here. We're gonna use up some fertilizer and take on that contract and that contract. Okay. Love the map tour. Awesome, great. I've actually been sent, I got sent another map that's been sent to the mod hub. So I've got an early access preview one to do, which I'm going to try and do for tomorrow, I think. We'll see how far I get in that. And drop that down. No. I had to switch to it. Okay, for balls. You only get better after. Yes. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I said. Oh. We reverse driving in this tractor. I completely forgot about that. How much we got in here? 800 litres. So I think we'll go and empty as much of this as we've got first and then go up to the shop. Hey Keelan, welcome along. Thanks. I'm pleased with how it turned out overall. If I can improve each time and make one of the shows to be happy. Yeah, brilliant. Silly question, am I coming down with a cold as I can hear it in my voice? I don't think so. I've got a bit of backache. I've had backache all week. I'm trying to sit up straight in my seat. Because yeah, I've had not great back all week. I do not know the time frame on Ballyspring. I did say I did share some stuff. Some sheds got shared from Ballyspring yesterday, and I shared those on Facebook. Where am I going? 18 and 34. Let's go do 34. I think that's slightly smaller. Two maps it up for this year though. Got plans for a third. That'll be next year now. Fair enough. 2 weeks Friday until 2 weeks today, I think, until I get access to Islands. 2 weeks Friday until I can share any of it with you. Was about cool castle or something that coming out? Remember seeing either you or Daggerwin doing one. That must have been Daggerwin, because that's not me. I'm gonna go this way. Hey Dark Warrior, Dan, welcome along. Hey George C, welcome along. What sheds of Ballyspring don't have Facebook? I think it was some of the cow sheds got shared. They're looking really nice, really detailed. It might be called that, Steve Fan. I know exactly where this is on in Norfolk. I've driven past this area quite a few times. Right. Oh. Right. That's a field entrance. Really want to see VF and Daggerman do a multiplayer series? I would love to do that. If it was going to happen, it would have happened while I was off, while I wasn't working full time. Reva wants to know how to do the field names. Tell him to use your farmlands XML as a template. Will do. Right, and away we go. Love Ballyspring on 22. It's a great map. Ballyspring, I think Ballyspring was listed in my top 5 maps. This map is, hey, Sentiment Experience. This map is not Alma, Missouri. This map is Saxlingham. I need to change that command. I'm good, thank you, I'm good. How are you doing? Been a while I think it's been a while since I've seen you. Just the only Saxlingham I have on Google is near Chroma. No, that's so that's Saxthorpe. Saxthorpe is near Chroma. Saxlingham is south of Norwich. Good, just dealing with some medical stuff. I remember Ballyspring MP save being reverted a few hours back. Yeah, I will be looking to do the multiplayer, I think, on Ballyspring again whenever Ballyspring is released. Because it's screwed up building and couldn't fix by mistake. Oh, yes. Yeah, I think I remember that as well. Do you know how they set AI workers' pay rates? Sometimes it seems like a lot. I think it's set on a per map basis, if I remember correctly. I think depending on the map, it gets set by the map creator, so that's why it can vary. Just waiting for Drummond Farm as favorite map on 17. Yeah, I'm very much considering doing my next series on Drummond. And yeah, Cavalier Roy is very close to releasing that map. So looking forward to that. Need Wickham Park too much? I don't think you're going to see Wickham Park until well into next year. I think you're gonna see it a fair amount into next year. I get that feeling from it at the moment. Oh, wow, we've used quite a bit on this already. Do I feel this is better than FS22? Yes, I do. That one with channel, I absolutely do. 22 is great, 25 is better. There's a lot more character and atmosphere and just sort of fun gameplay really in 25. Joseph Bulgic, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the BFN. Garage map April, May next year. Yeah, that is around about my estimate as well. Just got back to the grind. I found your super long gameplay vids. That's why I'm here. Awesome. Yeah, I like to do the super cuts of my series when they reach the end. And it's one of the things. It's my best month ever. Doing this on YouTube was actually November last year, the month before FS25 was launched. When I released all my supercuts of my series just before FS25 launched, and all of them did gangbusters. All of them did just a massive amount of views, and they were all super long, and they were, yeah. FS UK is coming along very nicely. I've still got a bit of work. I'm hoping to finish a load of stuff off over the weekend. I'm very excited to share FS UK with you guys. It's getting my thing at the moment is getting the mod hub sync right. If I can get, because that needs to be right, and I need to get that syncing. As soon as I've done that, I can get the CMS part of the site done, get the pages in and bits like that, and then I got some cleanup. My Trello board of the work I still have to do on FS UK is or FarmSim UK is still quite big. If anyone wants to give me £1,000, fs-uk.com is available to buy. I would love to point that at the site. It is £1,000. I think a long-term goal for me would be to buy the fs-uk domain, I think. And apply it to the site. Have I tried rolling your own grasslands here on Sax? No, Marius, because I'm using precision farming, and there is no point in rolling grass with precision farming. It does nothing. Okay, we got 51% of the way through the field with not having a full we're not having a full spreader, so that's good. I'd say it'd be mid-2026. Definitely looks worth the wait. It's going to be like nothing we've ever seen before. As I said, so Oxy's maps are gorgeous. They are absolutely fantastic. The thing that I've always had an issue with is their playability. For me, is where they've been let down. Having said that, Wickham Park is looking like he's really dialing the playability of the map up, and looking to really add to that side. And if he is doing that, if he's got his playability on that map down, that map is going to blow everything out of the water. It is gonna. That's the thing that's exciting me about Wickham Park at the moment. It's not how beautiful it is, because Oxy's maps are beautiful. Oxy's maps are absolutely gorgeous. It's that playability. Whoa! It's that playability. Hey, AFK Toasty, welcome along. Have I ever played American Truck Simulator? I did. I didn't get on with it. I played ETS a lot, and I really enjoy ETS, but its American counterpart I could not get on with. I didn't enjoy playing it for whatever reason, which is weird because those two are essentially the same game. Toby Carvery on that map, so I can see a lot of scope for playability with that. Yeah. Do I think we'll ever see other farmers in fields to working contracts? No, I think the AI overhead will be too high. If you want to do that on that map, you can get it on maps. You can get other players, other things doing it. Take contracts and set hired workers off doing it. Right. I think we're probably going to need 3 of these. Complete these. Possibly. It was just weird. I played it and I just didn't enjoy playing it as much as I was enjoying playing ETS2. What he did with Oakbridge and customizability, I have high hope for Wickham. Yeah. So Oakbridge customization was better. Wasn't perfect. There was still some issues, but I think hopefully he's worked out the kinks. And then he seems to be building in productions to Wickham Park, which that was my biggest criticism of Oakbridge, was the lack of built-in productions. Yeah, it definitely looks like he's doing that for Wickham Park. So awesome. I am loving seeing Oxy grow as a map maker. That's brilliant. Small cheat: if you take irrigation contracts and rain is forecast, they will often complete due to rain. That would explain why my irrigation contract completed last time then. Right. So this will fit in the next time. Lift that up, switch to the tractor. Okay, we can look around, which we can. Jake the app, welcome along. If Oxy did his maps what the makers of Hop Bergman have done, it would be endgame for me. This is the thing. I've said this for a while. Oxy's maps really have the ability to blow everything out of the water with that extra little bit. Hey Alfie, Hori Farm Vehicle Control System and Tactic Map. I have both of them. Me too. I love my Hori kit. It's fantastic. That's a good point for role-playing. Do contracts on AI make it look like other... Yeah, it will do. If you take 3 contracts and set them working in other fields, it'll look like other farmers. Is the AI working? It is.
Mystic Smiler asked me, Jeremy, can you ask Virtual Farmer what he thought of Martin Mill Gamer's Rod Martin map? Of course I can. Oi, Virtual Farmer, what's your take on Martin ML Gamer's Rod Martin map? Is it as polished as a Ferrari's paint job? Or does it leave you feeling like you've just driven a tractor through a muddy field?
But it's a good question. I really like Martin's map. I really like Rod Martin. I think it is, or Rod Martin, Martin. It is a fantastic map. It's a parts of it very much are like driving a tractor through a muddy field. Parts of it are like a well-polished Ferrari, and I love that about it because it shows growth and it shows and it's brilliant for only a second map. You know, that's the thing. So yeah, I think it's an awesome map. I think people should go download it and try it out, and hopefully we can feature it a little bit on Farm Sim UK when that loads. Both Martins. Well, that's the thing. I've not gone round the first map, but I really did like what I saw of Rod Martin. Rod Martin. Last highlighted comment. Get off my farm, BL. You're not allowed to go through it. I'm going where I've been told to go for a contract. I mean, you're paying me the money. Uh-oh. If he says anything other than yes, he's lying to you.
Steam Fan V2123 asked me, does VF make a decent full English breakfast? Right, a decent full English. First, you need quality ingredients, not that shite, probably pushing out. Then, perfectly cooked eggs, crispy bacon, sausages with flavor, not that bland rubbish. If it's not all that, it's going straight in the bin.
I agree 100% with everything that Gordon just said. And it's not often that happens. Go to your 8th year on Riverbrand. Wow, Thefisherj, that's awesome. Just playing with us. God has a certain charm to it, but I'm happier with Rod Martin. Nice. Before I played Sax, I worked out that AI drivers don't like crossing the fords. They will go to destination on each side of the ford if they're up on the same side of the map. Yeah, I don't think they like driving through the water. They like to avoid the water, the AIs. I found that. Visual maps. As American enjoying spending time on them, awesome. Yeah, I'm massively enjoying this map, and I really did think that it was fantastic.
Jesse Canada 27 asked me, does Garfield make a good house cat? Garfield, a house cat? Listen up. You take one lazy, lasagna-stuffed orange blob, mix it with a dash of entitlement, and bake it 0 funks given for, about a decade. What you get is a cat that owns you, not the other way around. It's raw.
Oh my god. That was brilliant. Oh, that was absolutely spectacular. He is right. He is spot on. Oh man. Wow. That was impressive. That was properly impressive from Gordon. I'm thinking the grain, dairy and root crop productions for me on this map. I've only got the main farm and I need to find a suitable dairy yard, which is a good distance away, that's not too far drive between the two. That makes sense. Hello, Bloody Porcelain, welcome along. Hope you're doing well. Hello, RC Word, welcome along. Been a bit since been able to catch you. Pesky time zones, oh yeah. Yeah, and I'm back to evenings only these days as well, because obviously I am gainfully employed again these days. Hey Dom, welcome along. How to get the map to show how much the field you fertilized? I've been struggling with contracts. Yes, yeah, I haven't done. This is precision farming that adds this in. So yeah, if you want this, you have to enable precision farming. Putting words in my mouth.
Marisvar asked me, some VF have claimed that your beef Wellington has as much flavour and tenderness a used trackpad pulled of a Challenger tank. Any thoughts? Right, a Wellington, yeah? Start with a damn fine cut of beef. Sear it, not burn it, you donkey. Duxelles crepe, pastry, wrap it tight, bake it right. If it tastes like a trackpad, you've ruined every step. Now get out.
It's on the mod tab, Dominic, yeah. Hey Andrew May, you welcome along. This is a fantastic map. I love this map. I think this is my favorite map for FS25. I'm considering putting out a top 5 maps for FS25 ahead of the release of Highlands, and yeah, spoiler alert, I think this is going to be in top place. Hey lads, welcome along. Andrew, I am farming and the map is kind of work. I can't wait for onions to come into the game. Will work perfect on this map. I agree. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm probably going to try and do some onions on here. When it comes
Jesse
to
Kando 27 asked me, are you ready for a visit by the Great Pumpkin? Ah, the Great Pumpkin. Isn't that just the farming world's equivalent of waiting for a Bugatti to drop by your local grocery store? I mean, I'd be more impressed if a combine harvester turned into a transformer, but hey, if it makes the crops grow or the kids excited, why not? Just make sure it doesn't squash your hopes like a Fiat on a drag strip.
Jeremy knows me too well. I would also be impressed by a combine harvester that turned into that was a transformer. In fact, I would be ecstatic by that. I even designed one when I was like 15 years old, I think. I like the look of the Rod Martin map. It is a fantastic map. Rod Martin, it is. You should look at field 38. Sold quite a few silage bales. Has a little bonus part to extend the field after you mow it for. Okay. Hey, one-handed streamer, welcome along. Hello, Mighty 007, welcome along. How was work today? Work today was nice. I got a lot done. Oh, we completed this contract. I am going to finish off the field though. I think that should be a realism experiment rule. If I'm doing the contract myself, I have to finish off the field. Right, there we go. Is the Land Rover over? No, the Land Rover that I used is one that I have. I found an incomplete busted mod and I reworked it and fixed it up for myself. And it's not perfect, the Land Rover I have. I've lost game sound. You have not lost game sound, which means that this needs reloading. Close that completely. I think voice meter is messed up. No? Either that or my headphones might have run out of power. Oh god, this isn't gonna work. Is that what this is? Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Okay, I need a longer cable. Ow! How much power is in my headphones? Let's have a look. Oh no, that one. That hasn't beeped at me. Oh yeah, there's no power in my headphones at all. Great. I need a cable, chat. I need a cable long enough to actually have some headphones. I don't have one, I don't think. Let's pause that. What have we got in here? Ooh, that might do it. That might do it. Maybe. Yeah, that'll reach. There we go. Not perfect because obviously I now have a cable anyway, but the odds and sods draw. Yeah, I absolutely have. This is actually the cable for this for that camera. Actually, I'm going to switch this round. Ah. Then that'll push the cable out of the way. Have I started my roleplay yet? No, I haven't had time. What headphones do I use? These are my G... Oh, which ones are these? These are my Pro X wireless. They're from Logitech. I also have a set of Logitech T733s. These were gifted to me from my wish list. Queenie TTV raiding with a party of 10. Welcome, 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 raiders. I hope you had a good stream, Queenie. Can I use them on the phone too for Bluetooth? Maybe, I'm not too sure. Why are you doing 15-minute videos on the roleplay? I'm actually, yeah, it's going to be 10 to 15 minutes of videos on the roleplay. It is because there's a lot of editing that's going to be going on with the roleplay. So it is going to be one of my most heavily edited series ever. Lots of different camera angles. I've got to set up a second computer, and yeah, it's very involved. And trying to do longer than that is going to be difficult. My dad is doing great, thank you, Isaac. He is heading home on Friday. So yeah, my dad's heading home on Friday, which I am so happy about. And it means that he'll be in his house by the weekend. New to FS25 after playing 22 several years ago. Really enjoyed it. Decided to take a break from Poe for now. Nice. Glad you're enjoying it, Queenie. It is fantastic. I'm really enjoying FS25. Do I need it that heavily edited? So, Red, if you've seen roleplay series on YouTube these days, for me to compete with it at all, it's got to be so much more in depth than anything I've done before. So yeah, it's gonna be a much more involved thing, and it's gonna be a lot more edited. It's gonna have a storyline and everything. In fact, it's scripted as well. So yeah. Right, how do I get to field 18? Field 18, and I can show you where the roleplay is based, because we're going to be going past it. So this is the entrance to the farm for the roleplay. Why do I need a second computer to give me a second camera angle? And to allow me to have other characters in the roleplay. So the roleplay series will be taking place at this farm here. This is where the roleplay will be based, and nice little compact farmyard area. Really nice, few barns, and gives me a bit of space to play with. So yeah, we're gonna be doing it here. Oh, this field will be easier because we have tram lines. So yeah, the roleplay, for me to have other characters for my character to talk to, I will have the second computer doing them. And the second computer will also then give me the ability to use this one as a cameraman and records different shots. And yeah, when I say it's more involved, it's more involved. In Silver Videos, how do you get the bird's eye view of the map? I go into flight mode. So if you have the this control panel, which is the easy dev controls, then you can get yourself into flight mode and things. Hey Miles, welcome along. Saxlingham is awesome. Yeah, flight mode with easy dev. Is PF soil map custom or giants on this map? I believe it's custom on this map. Oreo, cookie or biscuit? Ooh. Depends. I love a good white chocolate chip cookie. Lidl do some amazing white chocolate chip cookies. Oreos I like, but they're not my go-to. If I've got a cup of tea and I'm looking to dip something, can't beat a chocolate digestive. You can actually, a chocolate hobnob. Can't beat a chocolate hobnob. Yes, that's PC only, Red. Yeah. Malted milk is worth a shout. Not one of my go-to, but it's not a bad shout. Favorite tractor brand? Modern tractor brand is New Holland. Classic tractor brand is David Brown. Hey, Farmer B, welcome along. Yeah, you can get chocolate malted milks. I have seen them. Hey, Battery H. Right, track select's good. Because we've got the thin one up here. Bolton built to go to. I'm a Hobnob fan. Did you see the question asked about field 3 on Alma 22 having bad fertilizer even after using manure and slurry? I didn't. I did not know that. Hey Lars, Lars, I love to play Saxlingham one day. I'm committed to Lindorf at the moment. Maybe after Christmas I go to England. Saxlingham is awesome. I think a lot of people are going to be going for the Highlands map in towards well, next month. But yeah, I will be staying on Saxlingham even after that's been released. Their's favourite tractor brand is John Deere, the Portrayal. My favourite tractor brand has never been John Deere. I have never claimed to be a fan of John Deere. And Cavalier Roy, welcome along, my friend. I hope you're doing well. We are sticking to the tram line. Tram lines tonight. I really like the tram lines. Really like them. I think they work so well. Good. Yeah, we're all good my end. Had some good news this week. My dad is going home on Friday. It has been we worked it out. My dad has been in hospital for 3 months, which is just crazy. Kubota in New Holland. Kubota's a nice brand. Reva will be very happy you said will be very happy you said class, Lars, seeing as he works for them. Tramline's really cool, but I noticed with mulching contracts, the mulching doesn't mess with them, so the contract can't be finished. Oh, really? I suppose, yeah, because they are, they're not planted, so interesting. I think they were but mulching contracts are a mod, aren't they? I don't think there are mulching contracts base game. Also, even better news for your dad and your family, get back to more normal routine. Yeah. So I've obviously been spending a lot of time up at the hospital over the last 3 months that I now won't be spending up there. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do some content creation in that time instead, which will be good. Yeah, that probably explains why you stopped at 97% on rolling contracts. Fed. This fed's quite nice. To be perfectly honest, I'm quite happy with any tractor that does the job, really. I think I will be, I think I have an idea for a video centered around tractors that I think I'm going to do. I want to try and get a top 10 or top 5 video out every week going forwards. I think those kind of videos definitely draw people into the channel. There is a decent number of class tractors in the base game. Plus, as Thefisherj said, there are a few released by Giants. I think we are going to have to go and refilm this before we finish this field, but that's fine. That's why I bought 3 lots. Is it possible to do a role play on PC and employee workers as characters? Not at the moment, Isaac. There is a... So in previous versions of Farm Sim, there has been a contractors mod where you're able to create employee workers. I think there might be a mod that allows you to name your workers, but I don't think you can set them to look a certain way every time. I'm looking to do it, as I said, I'm looking to do it in my role play where I have a second PC in multiplayer with the other character being a actual player, or being a second player essentially. Used to love the contractor mod. The contractor mod was fantastic. I used to use it for setting up roleplay stuff. Definitely, just works so well for that. But it's not being released at the moment. Let's get my friend to get Highland fishing, but I have to tell him that it was British map along the way. For anybody interested in FS25, I pinned the links to the top of the chats tonight. Farm Sim is 20% off on the Giants website at the moment. If you want to grab it, and you can use my code VFGAMING. As with anything that you order from Giants website or the Farming Simulator website, to support the channel. Bots and some maps been trying to keep mods a bit. Okay, that makes sense. What is this FS25? Oh, it's FS11. I'm really interested in playing style where I don't really care about progression, but I mind screenshots, so I usually choose the same brand, which is cool. I see a lot of screenshot stuff out on Facebook these days. Lots of Facebook pages that do lots of screenshot stuff. I do. Mighty007 exclamation mark Horry in the chat. I have an Amazon affiliate link for anybody interested in ordering the Horry kit, the Horry farm vehicle control system. Should be enough to finish this field, I think. Gamer Dragon is raiding with a party of 30. Welcome, 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 raiders. I hope you had a good stream, GD. Close that back window. I think there might be a short in my there we go. Billy M1, thank you for resubscribing for your 5th month. You are awesome. 9 different Discord sessions to check out screenshots. Wow. Finished off Atomfall. Ooh, I do need to go and play more Atom. I really need to go and play more Atomfall. It's a cracking game, that. I got several games at the moment I really want to go and play. And yeah, Atomfall is one of them. I want to go and play more Fallout. I want to go and play more Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. Never heard of Atomfall. Atomfall is an awesome game. It is basically a British version of Fallout. Really, really cool game. And I had a blast when I was doing it on stream while I was full timing. Any contracts available? Yes, we have a bale wrapping contract, a fertilizing contract, 3 spraying contracts, a sowing contract, a stone picking we don't have, a weeding and a weeding contract. Need to play Way of the Hunter. Way of the Hunter. Oh, what's that? That is a seeding contract. Ooh, okay. Sowing, there we go. We can borrow items for that. And we have seeds back at our farm, so... Mighty 007, thank you for the $50 super chat. You are awesome. And Gareth Graham, thank you for purchasing a pack of Stream News cards. You are awesome. Oh, and we've got an Every Little Helps. Fantastic, thank you. For 500. Thank you very much, Mighty 007. You are awesome. Have you played Claire Obscure Expedition 30? I've heard good things about Expedition 33. Yeah. That's probably one on my list, but my list is very long at the moment. Good evening, Red Dragon. I hope you're doing well. Where have I got to turn into this? A little bit further. Not this one, the next. Nope, next one. Yeah, there we go. Right, it's already 10:24. We need to get this seeding contract done, which we only have 7 hours and 35 minutes to do. So we'll crack on with that after this. And I need to get the cultivator and do my field, because I think, can I plant peas today? Managed to defer. Thank you for purchasing 10 packs. You are awesome. Peas. Yeah, I've got to if I'm going to plant peas, I've got to plant them by the end of today. So we've still got a lot of stuff to do. I've been doing these to get the money in. I may have to send a hired worker to go and do that contract. Suddenly, we've got a lot of stuff to do on the farm. A lot of stuff to do on the farm. Straight back. Do I have animals on this map? I do. We have a few cows, a couple of sheep, a couple of water buffalo, and a load of chickens. Hey, Isaac Randall, welcome along. This field is deceptively large. About Giant's Head said he'd download it. Where can I get it? Let me get the link for that. Yeah, you need it from the Giants Developer Network. Yeah, there. What's my least favorite work to do in FS? Probably plowing. I'm not a huge plowing fan. Karen Fellows, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the VFN. Excuse me. We're 90% of the way there. So where's that contract? 39 is over there. Okay. Oh yes, we encountered that field yesterday. Is there a ploughing? No, if you try and spray weeds when crop is ready to harvest, it won't kill the weeds. So you have to do it before you're ready to harvest. I'm not even sure if it'll do it in the very last growth stage. Oh no, really? I've run out of fertilizer at 99%. You're kidding me. Oh. That's annoying, that is. My life in a nutshell. Oh dear. Yeah, we're gonna go all the way back, refill this with another 1,000 liters, just so I can do a tiny bit of field. Let's go buy some fertilizer. Just like being fun. Oh man. Alright, yes. Farmer George 33 raiding. Welcome along, Farmer George. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, 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 raiders. I just planted, used the weeder and spray and still remain there. Try out my post-harvest field. Both are still there. Post-harvest, I'm not sure it will do. I think you actually have to have stuff growing for the herbicide sprayer to work.
RDB22000399 asked me, do you think VF should plant onions when it's out on the realism experiment? Ah, onions. The unsung heroes of the culinary world, much like the 2.0-litre diesel engine, reliable, but rarely the star of the show. If Virtual Farmer is up for a proper challenge, why not? Planting onions could be the farming equivalent of taking a Reliant Robin around the Nürburgring. Might not win any races, but it'll definitely be entertaining to watch. Just make sure there's a box of tissues handy for all those onion tears.
Oh God. Oh, this evening I made cottage pie. And I had to cut onions, and the onions I cut were really fresh. And it's the first time onions have made me cry in ages. That Breedle 4000k per spreader would be better for its throughput. Yeah, but it's also it also costs a lot more money than my very cheap large spreader at the moment. Just imagine the number of people need to turn a robin over to each turn on the ring. Oh, the right, yeah. Hello, Potato, welcome along. Hello, Morton, welcome along. Download the map yesterday, and wow, it's a very nice map. It really is. It is such a good map, this. It does do live as well. Yeah, it would be a good purchase, but at the moment it's quite expensive for us. Especially as we're going to need to save at least 20-odd thousand to do the to harvest the peas. We have completed contract, but as I said, as I took this contract, I need to do all of the field. Even if you could spray herbicide after harvest, it wouldn't be more efficient to till the wheat in. It would be, yeah. There's no point in spraying herbicide after harvest. There we go. Right, let's head back up to the shop, and we'll go and get the cedar. For all years you played FS, have you ever wanted to quit, get bored on a Let's Play around 2 weeks and start again? So, I very nearly quit content creation altogether. It was Christmas 2018. No, Christmas 2017 going into 2018. After Christmas, I stopped making videos, and I stopped doing any farm sim content at all. There was a 2-3 week period. Give it a refresh, John. There's a 2-week 3 period at that point where I hadn't hit my target for the number of subscribers I wanted to, but have by Christmas, and I wanted to quit. And the thing that happened that made me come back was Daggerwin asked to use my Land Rover, and I went, yes, absolutely. And then and then of course it revitalized my channel when Daggerwin gave me a massive shout out. So yeah, I wouldn't be here actually if it wasn't for Daggerwin. And then I have had it where I've done series and I've been ready to quit the series very quickly. There's been a couple of series where that's happened. One of them actually was the roleplay I tried to do on Saxlingham in FS25. I quit that after 4 episodes because that was not working at all. It was really awful. And then so yeah, I had that. I nearly quit my series on not Calmsden. What was the other map? The other map that Oxy did for FS22. because I lost patience with the map. Court Farms, I got very, very peed off with Court Farms. I was ready to just throw the whole series out the window and go, right, that's it. And the reason why I didn't was because I found a different farm on the map that worked better for me. And when I found that, that brought the series back to life. But the first, if you watch the first, I think it's like the first third of that series, might even be as much as the first half of that series, I get more and more frustrated and more unhappy playing it, and I think it really shows. And then I managed to turn it around. But yeah, I very nearly quit that series. And there are a few series. There was one of Lancey Boy's maps that I quit 8 episodes in, and that wasn't. No, Oxygen David, yes, Jury map. Yeah, there was one of Lancey Boy's maps. I think it was Oak Hill, might be the name of it. In FS19, I got 4 episodes in, and the series just was not working. No fault of Lancey Boys. It just the series did not work, and that only lasted like 4 or 5 episodes, I think. Content BC seems rushed and silly play style with very little realism. Vince's role play, I think he's gone late. Daggerwin decided a long time ago to drop most of the realism in his stuff. I don't think Daggerwin has done solid realism is key stuff for 5-6 years. Right, we've got to get some stuff here.
Gamer Dragon TV asked me, which car feels like it was designed by someone who hates joy? That dubious honor would probably go to the Toyota Prius. It's like the automotive equivalent of soggy cereal. Sure, it's eco-friendly, but it handles like a shopping trolley with a broken wheel and offers all the excitement of watching paint dry. If joy had an arch nemesis on 4 wheels, it would be the Prius, no doubt about it.
Nice. Don't think I've seen him do any realism. Yeah, I don't think he's done realism for at least the last 2 versions of the game. Probably longer. He got a lot of people. It's interesting to me because I think he was getting a lot of stick for the whole realism thing, and just people were not. People were just basically going on about, ooh, that's not realistic and that's not realistic. So yeah, I think he's had that for a while, that he hasn't done realism stuff. You want realism? Go and watch DJ Goham. No. There's one thing you can say about DJ, it's that he doesn't play realistic. The last realism Daggerwin did was on 6 Ashes. Yeah, that sounds about right. Realistic series on Fairhead in 22 lasted all of 2 episodes. Then he binned it off because people were saying the series was too slow. And that's the thing. So this is the thing I find with my series. Is I think my series do not go at any kind of rapid pace because I'm on the realistic side of things, and therefore the money flows in slower. I am considering switching to something that Daggerwin does that might move things forward a little faster, and that is that he plays everything on easy economy. And I don't know if I want to do that, or whether that would be a good way to go for a series to move things along a little bit faster. It's something I'm very torn about. Do love realism. I won't play Farm Sim any other way. And my thought on that is I can still play realistically, but end up having a little bit more cash in the bank. He's kind of a tempting one right now on Saxlingham. Thank you, Isaac. Could also take the money you earn from one series to the next. I have done that before. It does tend to snowball, and I do think that people don't tend to watch series where you start with a lot of money. I have thought of starting a series with tractors that are old and slightly worn, and going, right, this farm needs updating, and going from that possibly. So start with a farm and go, right, this is the farm. The object of this series is how much can we replace and update in 2 years. I think might be quite a cool series, and I'm tempted to go and have a go at that on Drummond. Yeah. Right, we're gonna set an AI worker on here. What is our... No. Oh, chat. That is a gorgeous tractor. That is less powerful than anything I have, though. But I really love the Case Farmable series. And yeah, up to 157. It's only 3,000 to get that up to 157 horsepower. Oh god, that tractor's nice. Neither of my tractors make it worth it, though. Right, let's get the hide worker going on here. Right, what is our contract? Our contract is to plant canola. So let's switch this over. Can't remember which button it is.
Gamer Dragon TV asked me, tell the tale of a brave little Mini that tried to overtake a Lamborghini. Ah, the tale of the audacious Mini. Picture it, a cheeky little Mini Cooper, all revved up with ambition, spots a lurid green Lamborghini up ahead. The Mini, thinking it's the David to Lambo's Goliath, decides today's the day to make history. As it darts forward, the Lamborghini barely notices, yawning as it gracefully glides ahead. The Mini's bravery is commendable, but it's like bringing a knife to a supercar gunfight.
Oh, lovely little story. Peas and spinach classed as root crops in 25. Yes, I would class them as root crops for the purposes of the realism experiment. I class them as root crops. Can I show you what farmland I own? I can, Charles. Give me a moment.
RDB22039999 asked me, should VF buy the case to replace Merc and loan the money to do it? Replacing a Mercedes with a case tractor. That's like swapping a sleek AMG for a rugged off-roader. If virtual farmers' fields demand the brute power and versatility of a case, and the Merc is just sipping diesel like afternoon tea, then why not? But loaning money is like turbocharging your finances. Fun until it blows up. Make sure the crops are ready to pay the bill, or it'll be as useful as a spoiler on a tractor.
Yeah. I really like the Merc. That's the thing. I really like the Merc. Hey, Forklife Gaming. I'm thinking of settling my fence on Saxon Farm and buying a Lambo. What do you think? Not bad. Yeah, farmland I own. Charles. So the farmland I own at the moment is, we own a little cluster here. We've got 27, 30, 31, and 68 around here. So that's our little area there. We built our farmyard in 68. I'd like to buy 26, but 26 is 322,000. Even 22 which isn't much larger than 27, is 172,000. So we're going to turn 27 into an arable field, and we're going to do peas in there this year. I need to keep enough money back to hire the pea harvester is the only thing. We've got a couple of contracts to collect on as well, so been playing on a Hofbergman all week, lots of cool features on it. It does have a lot of nice features, that map, Spiral. It does have a lot of nice features. Already bought FS25 for my son, as it looked like a kid game. Played it myself ever since FS2017. Yeah, my first introduction was FS13, and I dismissed it out of hand. Farmsim guy is doing that with the herdsman, starting with a rundown on the farm. Yes, so if you're wondering what my role play is going to be, it is going to be very much along the lines of the herdsman. It is that kind of series. But the herdsman is a role play series, whereas what I'm doing, but what we're talking about here is doing a is a very different thing. What's the plan today? We're going up to the shop because we need to get a cultivator. We need to cultivate our grass field so that we can get the peas planted by the end of today. We need to get the peas planted and rolled by the end of the day. This is Saxlingham, camper boy. So yeah, we're gonna grab a cultivator because there's a really cool set of cultivators that came out today, which I'll show you something in a minute because I have these elsewhere. Oh, before we do this, let's collect on our contracts that we've got. Collect on that. Okay, and collect on that. This probably gives us enough money to buy the yeah, it gives us just enough money to buy the case. I cannot justify that. Hey Red, welcome along. Yeah, I as much as I like that case, we don't have enough money. That is an every little helps for 500. 500, I think. Yeah, 500. That's 5,500. There we go. Right. So I want to look under cultivators. Yeah, so we've got an international harvest. See this here. So those are the shank cultivators. Those are 3,000. Yeah, I kind of want a. Oh, we can do a 4 meter there. We can do a 4 meter here. That's 10,000. Oh, that's the new chisel plow one. I don't want to do that. I don't think. I think we want this one. And 1980s. Wow, does not add much to go full width. So that's 3.9 meters. That's 4.3 meters, 4.8, 5.7. I don't think we want more than 4.3 meters on this. Shank color, we can go black. Yeah, I think that will do me nicely. Saber put a Cummings in a Rolls Royce. Really, Ethan? Wow. Love the case on my Riverbend Springs as I'm a case NH farm, but I've grown too big for it. Yeah. I need to buy my own seeder and my own cultivator. Right, that's what I'm going for. So we'll go with that. And I'm going to go with the base colors. Right, okay. So we will buy this for 3,800. Yes. For a nice 1980s cultivator. It would, but it's also 55,000, and I don't have 55,000. And it would have been a good tractor to go along with this Fendt. This Fendt though has 210 horsepower, so we're already surpassed the farm all being useful. What is a resubscribe? Resubscribe is on Twitch. So resubscribing on Twitch is the same as membership. Renewing membership. I might have a few K, but I don't really want to put the loan back up as we've been paying it off. I'd rather pay the loan off than buy new stuff when I can afford it. And at the moment, I'm just trying to only buy stuff if I need it. Especially as we're gonna have to pay 30-odd thousand for to process the peas. Because we're gonna put a pea or a canning factory in. What's a follow? A follow is the same as subscribing on YouTube. The follow is following on Twitch. Yeah, my wheels are turning so fast that they're not, they don't look like they're turning. I hope that seeder has enough seeds. Otherwise, we'll have to take our flatbed. Follow us when you are on YouTube and name it normally. In fairness, YouTube did it first. I find Twitch a bit weird doing the follow and then the subscribe. But it did mean that when YouTube came to do something paid to follow someone, they already had subscribed be something else. So, yeah. Don't like the animation of a tarn farm sim? Tarn? Right, so we are going to turn field 27 into a arable field. Should be able, yeah, to just do this. Scottish Farm Sim guy built on. I've seen one of. I saw one of his, or screenshots of his on Facebook. I saw one of his builds on Facebook the other day. Ooh, this is dredging up a few stones. Whoa. Right, we're still yes. The follow is how it's called on other types of social media as well. Yeah. Don't keep picking contracts do pay well, but they do take a lot of time to do, which is why they pay well. Hey, Luke Duda, welcome along. I suppose you probably don't need the farm. Yeah, I don't need the farm. What's for supper? I did cottage pie tonight. I made cottage pie, which was very tasty. I do miss the 3-stream plowing contracts on cars before GPS mod was available. Always brings back a check. Oh my god, those plowing contracts were insane. Yeah, spending 3 streams doing it was mad. Hey, Flat Top Tam, wondering if you get with how you get on with the Horry Wheel. I got T128 and the farm stick on my Xbox, but ordered the process of ordering gaming PC, so it opens a lot more options. Really excited. So, the good first. This is the best wheel and joystick setup I have ever had for farm sim. I absolutely love this. This is fantastic. What I would say in your particular case is, if you already have a T128 and you already have a farm stick, I would probably get the farm bracket. There's a bracket you can get for Thrustmaster wheels. The Sim Task bracket, I think it is, which I've had, which is awesome. And it will basically turn your T128 into the right angle and everything for farm sim, and that is going to be about £70. This setup is 400, and it's not, to me, it's not worth replacing something like the setup that you have with this. It's not enough of a jump, a leap forward for me to recommend doing that. Oh no. Oh no, yeah, I did. Is there any news on Bullet Bill's map? I wouldn't expect Bullet Bill to ever release a map for Farming Simulator again. I will believe it when Bullet Bill actually releases a map. I don't expect Bullet Bill to ever release another map. I think he is creating stuff for himself. I don't think he'll ever release anything again. Thrustmaster wheel is about out of stock on their website there. But yeah, this has been out of stock. Got my Thrustmaster farm stick coming on Friday for PS5. Nice. But yeah, I do recommend the Sim Task bracket. It is fantastic. I used it for ages. The reason why this setup works so well for me is because, as you saw before, I can just move this whole setup out of my way. Whereas when I was using the Thrustmaster setup, I had to unscrew everything from my desk. And you might be able to see on the camera, the edge of my desk is completely wrecked. I need to go and repaint my desk again from the damage of pulling stuff off it and putting stuff back onto it. Why do I not plow to improve yield? I don't think this field needs plowing. Yeah, this field doesn't need ploughing. And because I'm using precision farming, I want to avoid ploughing if I can. Am I iPhone or Android? I am iPhone. I am Android, sorry. I am not an Apple fan. Personally, I find Apple too restrictive and too overpriced. A foldable cockpit that I can just unplug and move out of the way. Nice. Do I work the same room that I stream from? Yes, I do. I work at the same desk. How's my seeder doing? Ah, seeder's still going. That's good. Got a cheap one off eBay. Might be something to look into. There you are. But you really like the farm stick. I find the wheel quite loud and cheap feeling though. I don't think the Hori is going to feel. No, I tell a lie. No, my. So if you've got a T128, the Hori is a nicer wheel than the 128. The Hori, I don't think is overly a nicer wheel than the 248, the T248 from Crossmaster. So the next one up. Hope Oxy's new map comes soon. Looks amazing. I wouldn't expect Oxy's new map until well into next year, Luke. In all honesty. Is it weird having cats behind you when you're doing phone calls or related? The cats don't tend to sit in here much at the moment. And my sofa behind me is actually full of stuff that I need to sort right now. So, yeah. Hello, Nurse Who Cares. Welcome along. I bet that setup is killer. Ladies, come back to my place and tea with. You'd be surprised. You know, my wife loves it. Actually, my wife doesn't. Yes, this is Saxlingham. The main farm and farmland 96. Well, the main starting farm is there, and farmland 96. There is no farmland 96 on this map. Oh no, 97. Yes, there is. Sorry, I tell a lie. It's going to be in the middle here somewhere. 97, 99, 98. Where's 96? 82, 81, 83, 80, 80, 96 is there. So starting farm is there, is 85, and 96 is there near to the ford. No, my wife is not a fan of Farmton at all. Love British maps. Don't think I've played this map yet. This is the best map for Farming Simulator 25. I will say it. I love Paligny. Paligny is probably the most playable map out there for Farming Simulator 25. But this is my favorite map for Farming 25. Just became your favorite non-American map. Re-enjoyed it a lot. The only thing that would make this map perfect for me would be to have built-in production. That's the only thing for me this map is missing. Got a big farm in the middle with cows. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be, looking at the PDA, I think that's supposed to be where the manor house is. Am I going to stone pick those stones? No, we'll roll these stones in. So we'll plant the field and then we'll get a roller and roll these stones in. Can you run FS25 on a laptop? Yes, I am running FS25 on a laptop. Not right now, but my laptop I have set FS25 up on and it will run it. It does of course depend on the spec of your laptop, Luke. Make sure it meets the minimum specs for the game. Hello Farmer Doc, welcome along. Hope you're doing well. Just a small farmhouse on that farm. Yeah, but if you look at the PDA, so if you look at this and you look at the map here, so that there where the cow farm is, that is definitely there's definitely a house there and a garden. This should be a house. That should be a house. And same here, that is a house and that is a yard. So there's a few artistic licenses taken with a couple of bits on here. I think I would like to have seen those be houses. To have the big manor house on here would have been really nice. You know, if you want to be the big farmer, then you could then you'd have been able to have bought the manor house and the estate and everything, and unfortunately it's not something you can do. Run FS25 on my laptop. It's a high-powered laptop and I can run the graphics on high. You set your farm on the manor house basically. I want to try and find a manor house mod that I can replace that with, so that I can do the use it for the role play, because the estate owner is somebody I want in the role play. Tried putting everything on ultra, got way too much lag. Yeah, I have everything on ultra, but then I have a 4070 Ti in this. So I think my next upgrade to my PC will be just before FS28 is released. I'm not very speaking the sugar beet fear. Oh, right, yeah. I need to find a big enough house in that section of the map. Wish I could play the Herefordshire map. Whose map is that? Is that... Nope. Don't want to hide worker. Speak here, sugar beet. What's the time? It is 20 past 2, so we're good at the moment. That farm where you're driving through, okay, yeah. Got a lovely new gas heating system, very nice, Red. I'm doing well, thank you, Farmer Doc. Had a little bit of backache this week, but otherwise okay. I think of getting a desktop, looked at building my own, but I got about... just buy one. Exclamation mark Apex PCs or Apex PC, Mighty 007. Even if you're just looking for the spec for Farm Sim, go check out Apex PC or Apex Gaming PCs. They are a partner of the channel. Should do it, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's the link. Pigs or new fields, you decide the next big purchase. Pigs are a great long-term investment. Fields are a great short-term investment. There we up to buy an Apex PC. Awesome red. Yeah, new fields are always a great way to make lots of money quickly. Or quicker, at the very least. I would say I have to stay in that estate area for both yards. Yards outside I'm restricted on the second yard. Oh, right. Nice idea, Steam fan. I mean, a third picture. I'll definitely get the fields then. Hey, Wayland Zimleg, welcome along. I'm in the trees. There we go. Price of land on this map, I think production should be on based on game. Yeah, which is why I want to get a production for my peas. I want to get the little canning factory because we're not doing a massive amount of them, but it will be enough to make money on it. And then we'll probably try and put something in it. We might actually try and put some greenhouse or two down as well. Buy too many fields, you run out of time, which is very true. My YouTube screen just crashed. All right. Use 3-day months on your stay. Yeah, I'm using, so we're running 2-day on here, which is enough. As our farm gets bigger, we will go to 3-day months, but we're not there yet. Own 13 fields. A decent number. Is Gordon rising to it? No, Gordon's doing all right. At real time as well. Oh, wow, cool. You're getting a lot of work done in that time then. Get to the thin part of this field now. This field is about the right sort of size for us to deal with the equipment we have. Especially if we're doing a crop like peas. But what I think we'll do, we'll probably do peas this year and onions the next. And I'm hoping the canning factory will take the onions. Definitely getting into the fiddly bits now. He hasn't. I don't think anybody's put a request into Gordon for a little while. It's been 30 odd minutes. We had the last AI. Cool. With over 100 hours on my current map, Bergman, I can say it's my favorite map so far in 25. In all fairness, I haven't played every map in 25, so there are going to be some maps that may be really good. But this is, of the maps I've played, this is my favorite in FS25. This has worked quite well though, this little cultivator. I'm very pleased with this. You feel the Borg and make it. Asking Gordon Ramsay. Oh, yeah.
Jesse Kander 27 asked me, do you feel that the Borg would make a great farmhand? Right, Borg farmhand, yeah? Take one part relentless automation, blend with zero understanding of organic shite, and garnish with assimilation. You end up with crops that all look the same and taste of metal. Undercooked and raw.
I'm amazed that he didn't take you apart for that one. I'm amazed that Gordon didn't take you apart for that one. I think you've gone off very, very lightly. Oh, Farm Sim has come a very long way. I started playing with 15 and the difference is night and day. What would I recommend for somebody that's looking to upgrade? Well, this is why I always direct people towards the Apex page, because even if you're not looking to buy from them, because I know not everybody is to buy from high-end people, but I do recommend them because every report I've ever had from them has been great. Every piece of feedback I've had from the few people who have used my link and have bought them has been great. But the whole reason why I went through and did that with Apex, and we worked on what would be a good set of equipment for someone to buy, is because it's a great place for me to go and say, go look at this. This is what I recommend from a minimum spec. This is what I recommend for a decent spec, and this is what I recommend for a creator spec. And yeah, which is why it's a good reference point to start from. So yeah, I'd suggest if you're looking to get a PC for Farm Sim, I would recommend to at least go to that page, have a look, and see what sort of the specs I recommend are. Hey Ethan, I hope you're doing well. Right, we've got everything. Well, we got that field done. Watched the FS15 intro and forgotten how different it was. Oh yeah. Right off bed, work at 4 AM. When am I next be streaming? I will next be streaming on Friday evening at 8 PM UK time. Oh, hey Canadian gamer. You've been in here fairly recently, haven't you? JP Jeeperman, welcome along. Now this, we're just gonna put out right. grass here somewhere. We are going to need a new shed at some point. See you soon, Luke. I missed the music from FS25. Well, the thing is, I have all the music turned off because copyright claims. I remember 15 came out, the graphics and forestry blew us away. Good times. Yeah, so 15 was my first version. What would I recommend besides PC gaming, PCs, and monitors? Good question. Because yeah, so at the basics, you're going to need a keyboard and a mouse as well. What map is this? This is Saxlingham. It is based just south of Norwich in the UK. And it captures Norfolk brilliantly, this map. Absolutely brilliant. This has recently been released on console, yes. I think in the last week it got released on console. Woo, we have over 100 people watching again. Thank you, everybody watching. You are all awesome. We got 56 on Twitch and 49 on YouTube. Right, so now we need a seeder. 51,000. There is a seeder in the sales still, but it's 89,000, so I'm not going for that. Oh, there's a lot of tractors in here at the moment. Right, let's have a look then. What seeders are there? See, I was very tempted to go for a Rabe or the Massey. That's a 4.4 meter on that Massey. It's a nice one. There's the, yeah, this Sulky. So this Sulky got released today, and I think it's quite a nice one. Ooh, is this Sulky direct seeder? This is a direct seeder for £8,000. Oh, I think I might. Yeah, I think we want that. That is 4 meters. Direct seeder. Yeah, I think I definitely want this now. Right, so we are going to buy that for 8,000. No customization on that. Not going to take a massive amount of seeds, I don't think, but we do need to get a pallet of seeds. Buy that. Yes. Okay. Can you run off an external hard drive? I don't see why not. I probably won't make it run particularly fast, would be my only thing. Right, and then we want to plant peas. What we're going for. There we are. How are we doing for time? We are still good on time. What's with forklift? That's the shop forklift. Quite like that setup. Very tempted actually to get this sulky on the role play. So that's a nice classic old thing. No, I can use it. The forklift sitting behind the shop. Yeah, that's my forklift. Or that's the shop forklift. Oh yeah, people need to get their exhaust looked at in Norfolk apparently. Towing contract is doing well. It is up to 84%. Great car. The other thing we're gonna need is a trailer, so I've got to keep an eye out for a trailer. Next time, I think we're going to have to cut the 2 grass fields and make some hay, because we don't have any hay to feed our cows at the moment. Hey, Dana, welcome along. When am I coming to Canada? I would love to go to Canada. I got fairly close to Canada and met a lot of Canadians a few months ago. October last year. Right. Move it to that. Peas. And away we go. I'm not running. Well, I have a multiplayer server, but I'm not playing on it at the moment. I mean, it's Canada. Oh yeah, no, Canada. Everything I've seen of Canada is pretty awesome. And as I said, I spent some time. So I was up in flew into Chicago last year, and then went into Wisconsin. And so I wasn't a million miles from the Canadian border. Met a few Canadians while I was there. Met Ultrasaurus, who was lovely. Met Sparks, who is lovely. I think I met a couple of others. And yeah, had a whale of a time up there. Send some bus drivers down to Norwich for you to think they're Michael Schumacher on a racetrack. Oh, God. with peas. You need to leave the harvest. Yeah, so leasing the harvester will be fine. It will pay for itself. Even on a field this size, this field size actually is pretty good. We should be able to get around a field this size with the harvester. Ideally, what we're trying to do is get the pea harvester around the field in under an hour, and I think we'll be able to do that. That other contract has completed. Seed rate is pretty high on this land. Full realism. Oh boy. Now is when I start making a mess. Can you purchase ridge markers? No, ridge markers are not an option on this cedar. So yeah, I'm going by where my front mudguard is. I think is doing okay. Yeah, we're doing okay doing that. Myself up on the front. Oh God. We've got it, chat. We're all good. I accidentally got my dad into Farming Simulator. He saw me playing on my Xbox and he thought he should download it because he loves farming. And now he plays it on his PC all the time. Yes. I'm handling this full realism. No issue whatsoever. Take it a little bit longer than I'd like to get through this field though. Just had a thought. I am not far off my 50th map tour. I wonder if I can work it so that my 50th map tour is the Highlands fishing map. Greenhouses, they take less maintenance. I am going to get greenhouses on here because I want to I want to create the kimchi. If we've got that, there we go. Don't have to do tab anymore. Big Ego, welcome along. I have an issue with this game. I got asked by a friend to play it and I thought, nope, it's not for me. And then I played at 2:30 a.m. the other night. That's how it gets you. That's how Farm Sim gets you. Oh, I remember before I was doing content creation, I was playing till 2, 3 in the morning, easy. So why do cows here? Slurry is pretty cheap. Because it's another income. I mean, if you're, I would diversify in general. I would have, so if you've got a choice between which to do first, greenhouses or cows, I'd do the greenhouses first. I would move into cows because you'll make more money in the long run. But if you're looking for ways to generate cash, then yeah, greenhouse is a great way to do it. Might complete that contract because we don't need to transport any of that back to the thing, and any seeds it will give us the money back for, so let's do that. Yeah, no reimbursements for the seeds, so I think it's pretty much all used up. Right, so collect that. Takes us back up to 49,000. To wake up early to play Farm Sim IRL. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh. Arm is a little bit dead this evening. So it's weird how my back pain affects my arms and things. Really odd. But it's coming. At the moment it's happening because I need to get a new pair of reading glasses. So I've got to go and make an appointment at the opticians for end of next week. I need to get a pair of glasses that are set perfectly for me to be well about a meter in front of my face. You saw half a meter to a meter in front of my face, so that I can program. That is the extended info mod when Piggy go. What in the world is a meter? Oh, those freedom units. No worries. So question, does anybody know why the US doesn't use meters and kilometers and centimeters, things like that? Because it's a fascinating story. And it is down to one tiny twist of fate. It's before that, so back in the late 1800s, I think it was. It might have been earlier. The US was going to convert over to using metric, and in order to do so, they needed the base measurements, all of the base measurements. So what a kilogram actually was, and how long a meter actually was, and everything like that. And yeah, Grosser 76 is right. The ship on the way from Europe to America sank, and because it sank, America never adopted the metric system. And that's why. Otherwise, America would also be using the metric system now. Wimping Ego, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the VFN. Like here in the UK, we live in both worlds. My car, all distances are in miles, but we measure things in meters. And hey, Farmer Scary, welcome along. We still drink our beers in pints. More than absolutely, Maris. The US does use the metrics system more than people realise, definitely. Especially if you work in the scientific world. There's kind of where I live, and we mix of both, which is exactly what we are, Fortnite. We are a complete mix. I mean, even now, our milk comes in litre bottles, and yet people talk about a litre bottle being 2 pints of milk. It's not quite. I think it's slightly over, actually. But, yeah. Grab a couple of pints of milk. The UK very much is a silly goose. I am noticing on my TikTok feeds at the moment, though, a lot of Americans coming to live in the UK. There's an awful lot of content being made at the moment of we're moving to the UK. Here's how our journey went. In the UK, we buy fuel in litres and measure the price by litres, but usage is miles per gallon. Yeah, which is weird. And a US gallon and a UK gallon, of course, are different as well. Into the weeds. Look at you. Letter. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's why you have a letter size and an A4 size when you're printing. because it's a US letter versus A4, which is just no standardized things. Yeah, US ton and a UK ton, also a US billion and a UK billion. So a US billion is 1,000 million. A UK billion is a million. So it's a factor of 1,000 bigger if you are for a UK billion. Welcome back, Paul Sinclair. Look, my back window is spontaneously opened again. We've still got to roll this field before we finish. We should have time to do it, especially if we get a big enough roller. Working print, never printed by US letter size, always in A size. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is a standard, but there is a, you know, on your printer, there is a US letter size as well as A4. Sell the fence and get another one. ISO size is A5 is, yeah, exactly. I do like the ISO paper sizes. If it doesn't work, get scissors. Great thing about this fence is this will do us as we increase the size of stuff on our farm. Because this is only, I think this is only a 45 horsepower feeder that we've got here. But we're not doing a huge amount of seeding at the moment. Wait, why are we selling the Fent? I'm not selling the Fent. It got suggested I sell the Fent, but I have no plans to sell the Fent. Flying to American and during a vacation had to print some docs from work. PDF of course was A4. No one could print it. Yeah, this is outside the margins. Or the price was astronomical. Wow. Whipping Ego, thank you for subscribing with Prime. You are awesome. Feels like a supreme waste of money. Right.
Paul's Claire 71 asked me, do you think VF should sell the Fent and buy another one? Sell the Fent? That's like trading in a Bentley for a skateboard. Fents are the Rolls-Royce of tractors. Smooth, powerful, and with a price tag that makes your wallet cry. Unless VF's got a hankering for adrenaline in a lesser machine, I'd say stick with the Fent. It's dependable, classy, and hardly the farming equivalent of a lemon.
There we go. Is there a big difference when cutting grass at 3/4 versus full? Yes. You definitely want to let the grass fully grow to get the most out of it. He bought a Lamborghini, in fairness. He bought a Deutz later. Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? Oh, I have to go with the Clarkson recommendation. Lizard wood shear on sale. We don't need that.
Steam Fan V Tulu 123 asked me, who the better chef, Vef or Jesse Wise Kando 27? Right, that donkey Jesse? Yeah? Start with ambition, then burn it. Add mediocrity, under season, and serve. VF? They're searing, seasoning and serving artistry. It's not even a competition, you muppet. Get out.
Oh, yes.
Marius Tvar asked me, would you consider a David Brown a capable tractor by modern standards? Ah, the David Brown. It's to tractors what the Morris Marina was to cars. Sure, back in its heyday, it was a workhorse, much like the 70s disco tunes that still get your feet tapping, but by modern standards, it's like showing up at a Formula One race in a vintage jalopy. Nostalgic and charming, but not exactly built for today's demands. Still, for pottering around and reminiscing, it's got character in spades.
Oh, fantastic. Yes, yeah. VFGAMING, the Lambo is basically a Deutz with a Lamborghini badge. Oh man, hey Brit boy, welcome along. Oh my god, Gordon really took you apart, Jesse. Oh man. Right, there we go. We need to go and get some rollers and finish off. Ooh, yeah, we need to. I think we need something at least about 6 meters wide on the rollers. Still got 49,000 in the bank. Now, will this fit in my shed door? That's the next question I've got. Because if not, I'm going to have to put the cedar outside for now. Oh yeah, we can get that. Stick it up this back corner here.
Jesse Kando 27 asked me, do you feel you could be friends with Gordon Ramsay? Being friends with Gordon Ramsay would be like having a turbocharged engine in your social life. His energy is infectious and he can roast you faster than a Ferrari on a track day. But imagine the culinary delights. As long as you don't mind a bit of fiery banter and the occasional earful, it could be like owning a supercar, intense, exhilarating, and never boring.
I think people have tried to get Gordon and Jeremy to be friends before, if I remember correctly. Right, what have we got in the array of rollers? Here we go. Hey, that's a great roller. I like the Tallboy Hydroflex. Only 3,100, whereas anything else is gonna cost us quite a bit of cash to set up. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this again. Those boy races do come out of nowhere. Someone should ask Jeremy if Gordon and VF could ever be friends. Gordon has been quite nice to me recently. I mean, there's no way he said that's Jesse. There we go. Around 1690 was, yeah. 100 horsepower. Was that only 100 horsepower? The 1690 was more than 100 horsepower. Because the 1414 was 100 horsepower, I believe. I know it didn't go much above that, but I thought the 1690 was more than that. Great to say it was 100. I'm intrigued now, chat. I want to check. Right, no, it's 100 horsepower. Wow, what was the 1412? Sorry, was 91 horsepower. Oh wow. Yeah. 100 horsepower was the biggest David Brown. How could 91 horsepower do anything? I mean, that's 1/8 of what my motorbike had. Back in the day, that was a decent sized tractor. I mean, the biggest tractor that I remember having on the farm, although my dad did have bigger ones afterwards, was the TW25. TW25 was our big horsepower tractor for doing plowing and things like that. That, by today's standards, is a small tractor. It has 125 horsepower, the TW25. And yeah, last two comments, Paul. Can't see your last two comments. Tractor 125 horsepower. Maybe fair enough. Yeah. Don't know if it's 4,000, 8,000 models. Oh, JCB Tractor SA is side of Durham. Okay. Probably 4,000, I would guess. 8,000s aren't quite as common. Hey Stuart, welcome along. Especially Paul, if they were karting. If they were karting, it was probably a 4,000. Just got home from school. Welcome home, Andrew. Right, we just got to roll this field. Wasn't karting, had nothing on it. Oh, okay. And yeah, we're getting rid of the stones as well, which is great news. Just what we want. Trying to change our 6120 RD can stand toe to toe with that board, and yet would never use it for playing. Exactly. You know, this tractor that I've got here, which is from the early 2000s, I think. This here has 210 horsepower. This has nearly 100 horsepower more than that TW25. How's UK farming mods going? Nicely, thank you, Andrew. Oh, it's not getting rid of all these stones, actually. We might have some mediums in here. Looking at this. Get that. Yeah, some of them are rolling in, but lots of them aren't. What time am I using? 5 times. We're running at 5x. And this will be the last job we do today. We'll finish this off. Some of these stones are disappearing, some of them aren't, so we've got some medium stones on this field. Difficult actually to tell the difference between what's a medium stone and what's a small stone. No not immediately obvious. My taxi farmer Fed 516, a Fed 724, and a JCB 4220. I might have been a little overkill. You know what? I tend to think 3 tractors on a farm with varying HP is good, is useful. That's what I tend to aim for. Or 2 tractors and a telehandler, basically. Have to weed this next time, and that might be the time to buy a we might get a hoe in order to do these peas. Worth upgrading from 22 to 25? I think so, Alpha Gamer. Sorry, Alec Gamer. I should know that. I should know how to pronounce that. Yes, I believe so, Alec Gamer. Especially with it being 20% off at the moment. I definitely think it's worth it at the moment. Something hilarious I saw on Facebook this week is that, because hate is gonna hate, I saw somebody post on Facebook, do you think Giants have put FS25 on offer because the game is failing? And it just made me laugh. It really, really made me laugh, because the reason FS25, one of the big reasons that FS25 is on offer on the Farming Simulator website is because partners have been asking for Farming Simulator to be on offer at a discount on the Farming Simulator website. It is literally Giants listening to feedback from their partners and going, yeah, okay, we'll do that. That'll be that. You know, if you guys would like a sale, we can do a sale, and you guys can have people use your partner codes with it, which is just fantastic. You know, everybody, them listening to the community, which they do a lot. I think Giants listen to their community more than sections of the fan base give them credit for. You know, there's a lot of stuff that they do around that. Oh, Giants, yeah, Giants are so much better at communicating with their fan base than most AAA devs. Than I would say all AAA devs. I've not seen any AAA dev be as communicative with their fan base as Farmers. And it's Giants is. one of the big advantages for being a fan of this game. Fairly good at it. SCS is fairly great as well. I've met the developers for SCS and they were really nice. I met them at TwitchCon a few years ago. Still have music playing. I couldn't hear it, but it is there, I think. Battlefield 6 is a good game because they listened, yes. Which I am, you know, has hell frozen over. EA have listened to their fan base and actually done something right, which is just EA listening to people and not being EA is just, that blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. You know, that was not something I ever expected. How long until they ruin it is the next thing. Activision is being EA at the moment, yeah. Oh. Xbox in general at the moment, I do not understand Microsoft. Are you talking about Farm Sim UK, Andrew? Almost. We're getting there. Roll on when ETS2 and ATS2 come out for consoles in the future. Yeah, that's gonna be a big thing. That's going to be pretty cool for console players, I think. Yeah, Farm Sim UK is not fully up yet. The holding page is there. And if you go to farmsim.uk, there is a holding page there. The social media is up, so mainly on Facebook at the moment. Because that seems to be where most modders are posting stuff, so a place for me to easily share stuff is on Facebook. So yeah, I think it's Farming Sim UK over on Facebook. I thought EA was the one that shut down every studio they bought, not Xbox. Yeah. I don't get the price hike for Xbox Game Pass. I mean, that was just, what did they expect people to do when they went and increased the price 50%? We're gonna have to go around the field again. Boy, welcome along. Have I ever started to set up an FS map and change to a different map instead? Yes, I have done that more than once. It is 11 PM. I'm just finishing off this field and then we're going to finish off the evening. Because I'm beginning to feel tired now as well. Yeah, went from $15 to $30. Wow. Because that's so hilarious thing for me. So I realized that I was paying for both Game Pass Core and Game Pass PC. Neither of which were the top level. And I looked at Game Pass Ultimate and went, if I get Game Pass Ultimate, that applies to my Xbox and my PC. Why am I paying £17 a month for two separate Game Passes where I can pay, you know, £15 for one? And so I upgraded from the two separate ones to the single Ultimate the day before they announced the price hike. So I haven't had a chance to even pay the regular priced one. And then they've turned around and said, oh, if you are an existing member or if you have an existing pass, we're gonna keep you at the old price. But if you subscribe from now onwards, then you'll pay the new price, which was basically a huge middle finger to everybody who cancelled their Game Pass after the price hike was announced, and basically allowed everybody who had stayed with them to keep the old price. Asked for a good mod website and no yours was up. I'd have put it in the comments, but it'll be there soon. We're getting there. I have more work to do on it this weekend. But yeah, I want to get it up and get it finished. Right, speaking of getting finished, that is this field all done. Just check it. Yeah, we're growing. We don't need plowing. Not got any weeds yet. We don't need rolling. We've rolled the whole field. Yeah, see medium-sized stones. No, they're small stones. It just didn't roll them all in. That's weird. So not to continue. Oh yeah, they absolutely did it to stop hemorrhaging subs during that. But basically, anybody who cancelled their Game Pass before they did that will have to resubscribe at the new price. So someone like me who didn't cancel, I will get it at the old price. Have a date night with the wife tonight, so I'm heading out. Later, Mighty 007. Thank you for your support. Right, I'm gonna drop this off over here. Jumping out just to get the moon. The rollers can live outside with the cultivator. Whoever owned Microsoft needs to lower that. It's what? Oh yeah. It's a crazy price. Game Pass Ultimate being 20, I think it's £22 in the UK, is a stupid price. It is way too expensive. Right, chat. There we go. How are our animals? Our animals should be all right. Yeah. Too young, too young. And are you producing any wool? You're not producing any wool. Which is interesting. Big cow barn. Do we have any milk? We still don't have any milk, but yeah, we've got a water buffalo bull, 12 months. So 2 more months and our bull will be old enough, and we'll start getting some milk from the water buffalo. We are reproducing with our cows. About too young, yeah. Expecting 2 cows. Expecting 2. I think it's our brown Smith's bull that's doing that. Yeah. And then our chickens. Yeah, we need more. We're working on it. We're working on it. We put a lot of space. And we're producing eggs. Everything is going well on the farm at the moment, so we're gonna leave it there. What's in the shop at the moment? Just out of interest. That's what the wig shear is. Yeah. Close that door. Open this one. Right, and back behind the desk because we are all done. Okay, chat. So we gotta go and find someone to raid. Is there someone to raid out to tonight? I'm hoping so. Following, who we got? Oh, okay. Oh, we got a few people tonight. Who haven't we raided? I'm gonna raid Gun and Gamers tonight because we've not raided them for a while. We will send you over their way. Before I do that, though, I want to say some thank yous and to mention I'll be back on Friday night from 8 p.m. So come and join us then. Should have a Forestry Friday video out this week, and hopefully might have a map tour out tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, planning to try and have a map tour out tomorrow. I've been sent a map to have a look at, and it looks like quite a nice one. So I want to do that for tomorrow. Yeah, Forestry Friday on Friday, Silver on Forest. And then we'll see where we go from there, see if we can start getting some more videos out. But yeah, otherwise I will see you at 8:30 on Friday. Wimping Ego, thank you for subscribing. You are awesome. Farmer George 33, thank you for the raid. You are awesome. Minty007, thank you for the super chat. You are awesome. Philly M1, thank you for resubscribing. You are awesome. Gamer Dragon TV, thank you for the raid. You are awesome. Queenie TTV, thank you for the raid. You are awesome. And I think that is everybody for this evening, so we're gonna leave it here. Go over and say hi to Gunning Gamers. He's a fantastic streamer. Hey Strat Maniac, welcome along. And yeah, I'll see you on Friday if I don't see you before. For now though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. If you're over on YouTube, please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Massive thank you to all my patrons, my YouTube channel members, and my Twitch subscribers. You guys are awesome. Your support not only helps to keep the channels going, but helps them to grow as well. So thank you so much. If you have yet to subscribe over on YouTube or follow over on Twitch, please do so you never miss a video or live stream from me, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Wrong button. Bye.